Gang, what's popping, man? Hey, what's good with y'all out there, man? Welcome back to Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. Y'all already know what up with me. What up with y'all, though, man? Hopefully, everybody is well and blessed. I'm trying to figure out something how to change this motherfucking circular screen. Yeah, hopefully, everybody out there well and blessed, gang. You hear me? Let me see something. Late night. Well, ain't actually late, gang. It's 11:02 over here in the Midwest, man. 11:02. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably late everywhere else. It ain't late over here though. Still early. Night still young, man. Still young, man. Shout out to everybody that's still up, man. Shout out to all the workers out there. You feel me? Shout out to all the hustlers out there who out there hustling. Um, Shout out to everybody, man. Yo, I see trying to go crazy on Rich Homie Quan. You hear me? A lot of motherfuckers talking. I ain't gonna lie, when I recorded my video, I was thinking it was more so some Illuminati shit. Probably was wrong, but at the end of the day, I don't want to put that that notion out there on his name. You feel me? I ain't want to do that. But RP to Rich Homie Quan, gang. Okay, now let me see. Yeah, man. I'm trying to present something real fast. If the screen ever pop up, y'all already know how that shit go. So StreamYard act like a pure bitch. StreamYard, y'all some hoes, man. Y'all some hoes, StreamYard. Y'all got y'all shit together. You feel me? Every time a motherfucker go live, y'all want to cut the camera off. Something went wrong, error. Like StreamYard need to get their shit together, gang. That's why everybody start recording with other stream channels or other, recording sites. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? The fuck is wrong with StreamYard? Anyway, man, like I said, shout out Rich Homie Quan, man. RP to Rich Homie, condolences to the family. And all the above. You feel me? I'm trying to change some shit, gang. I don't like that the circular effect. I don't like that shit. I used that shit the other day, but Anyway. Anyway, man, let me present what I was gonna present. It's about this consciousness. Because a lot of people, they forget about that, man. A lot of people, they tend to forget, to jog their mind, jog their consciousness. You feel me? So while I'm up with y'all, we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do tonight. That's what we're gonna do tonight. For my nigga Nero. Shout out to Nero. knowledge a lot of people don't be tapping into. And everybody stepping into the building, man, hit that like button. And I must have downloaded. I was finna say, I must have downloaded an app. This motherfucker do not work. Sound double. Yeah, man, I downloaded this app. This shit do not work. Like some of the hubs on the app fucked up. It's wild, man. It's almost like the fucking internet not working. That shit. Okay. There go my boy. There go my boy. Look, man. Now, if this shit stop acting funny, we can get right to the vid. You hear me? Because this shit right here, gang, some of these videos, I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of these videos was the pinnacle of higher concentration for me. I don't know about y'all. So, see, that's the only thing I hate about StreamYard. When the nigga want to go live, gang, StreamYard is too fucking slow. They gonna fuck go live from the phone. Like, come on, gang. Hey, anybody heard that no jumper cipher? That shit was crazy. I think it was crazy, gang. Them boys went thing. Shout out to no jumper, Brick Baby, Sus Gerb, Lush, Adam 22, Poetic Flacco. Shout out to everybody over there, man. They did their thing on that cipher. That motherfucker was hot. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Hold on, gang. I might gotta restart this live, man. Hold on. Look at this shit, gang. 11 minutes into the video. You feel me? 11 minutes into the video. And you are fucking up. Just to be talking about a bitch. You hear me? Y'all need to really get y'all shit together, gang. Every time a nigga go live on StreamYard, gang, StreamYard always fuck something up, no matter what. Every time a nigga try to present something, StreamYard fuck something up. So it's like a nigga might as well go live from the phone or something, gang. Might as well go live from the iPhone. Like it'll hit better. It'll hit different. Let's start there. Fuck you talking about. Now let me get back to my nigga Nero, man. Hopefully you play this shit all the way through.
I don't like living under your spotlight.
Hey, shout out to Nero, man.
Just because you
He be doing this
think
thing.
I might
He drop a lot of gems.
find somebody worthy. Okay. All right, cool. Now, like I said, it's very important that you understand all three archetypal energies, which are all going to be either projected externally into those around you or experienced internally within aspects of yourself. Until you learn and become aware of them, you can't transcend them. And so long as you cannot rise above something, you submit to it. Pause, no diddy. Now, the first
Pause, no Diddy.
person that will destroy your type of reality, your desired reality, is
Could it be yourself? Who could it be?
complainers.
Complainers. Man, let's put this
Complainers
in the
are
top
extremely,
God,
extremely, in fact, all of these individuals are all extremely dangerous because they all project what I call mentally transmitted diseases. Now, if you want me to make a video on mentally transmitted diseases, drop a comment and I definitely will. But complainers are dangerous for
y'all, man. Hit that like button, stepping into the building. Bear with me and hit that like button, stepping into the building. And if you don't,
for a multitude of reasons. Now, what you have to understand is this. To complain about reality
come on, stream y'all, whatever the fuck you might well be stream hub, goddamn it. Part of the reason I would allow one is pretty no more again. Man, I'll be back. Let me restart this live, man. Shit, acting stupid.
The microphone died 10
The
minutes
moment I
in,
end it,
and we didn't realize
come on, guys.
until I was done. This is the same guy that thinks Spider-Man is the best superhero.
My bad, gang. I had to restart that shit, man. StreamYard, you a bitch. You feel me? StreamYard, you a bitch. You need to update your services or something, man. Every time a nigga go live, your shit always fuck up. Fuck wrong with y'all? Every time a nigga go live, your shit fuck up. Like, bitch, you might as well be Stream Hub or something, ho. Like, come on, gang. Motherfucker can't even present. You feel me? Without StreamYard fucking up. Fuck wrong with StreamYard, man. Now back to the knowledge, man. Back to the topic at hand. You feel me? Let's get this shit popping, gang. Like I said, hopefully do what it's supposed to do. And I think what it was, I had a whole bunch of the shit open. You feel me? Creating NFTs, doing all type of things. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I believe that's the reason it was going slow. Now, if it continue to go slow, I don't know what the going on. What the beep. And let me put this motherfucker on the. Put this bitch on. Yes, sir. 2160p 4K. We want the highest quality of it. Because game dropping knowledge, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nero's dropping knowledge, man, every time. You know, shout out to Nero, like I said. Every time. I hate StreamYard. I had to fuck up the video when I first presented it because the boy was kicking. P. He was real life kicking P.
but they're slow to change themselves. Now, this very order goes against the structure in which realities materialize from, which can be summarized into 4 words: as within, as without.
As without.
Esoterically known biblically as on earth as it is in heaven.
That's a bar. Write that down.
Another way of saying this is that there can be no outer change before inner change. Another way of saying this is that before anything can exist vibrationally, it must first exist. Before anything can exist physically, it first must exist vibrationally.
Yeah.
Complainers go against the very order of reality, and because they go against the very order of reality, they suffer each and every single time. You cannot go against universal laws. Anytime that you try to go against universal laws, you will suffer. Think about gravity. Nobody is escaping gravity. It's just not happening. You can't. You simply must adhere to the laws and move within their systems. For the mere fact that you are a microcosm of the universe, it is a universe. So the laws of the universe, which seem simultaneously externally to you, they also exist internally to you. This is why you can't escape universal laws, because you are a universe. You're literally a microcosm of the universe. Now, complainers, like I said, they're quick to complain about their reality, but they're slow to change themselves. This goes against the very nature of things, because it's as within as without. On earth as it is where? First heaven, vibrationally and then physically. And it's extremely dangerous, because within reality, most people are never ever going to realize that what exists between reality and the mind is an invisible string. And that invisible string is invisible to most people. Let's say it's invisible to 98% of people. And because of that, they're never going to be aware of the interdimensional relationship that their mind has to reality, because there is no separation between the mind and reality. And here's the thing: once you begin to start complaining, you must be very aware of what that is indicating to the universe. Very, very aware. Because think about it like this. Let's say you have a particular desired reality that you want to move into. Would you be complaining about the things that you're Would you be complaining about the things that you're complaining about in your desired reality that you are now? Of course not. You wouldn't be. So your complaints are an indication of what? They're an indication of your frequency. And this is how complaints are very, very sneaky, because complaints are an indication of your frequency, and whatever frequency you emit out into the universe will be matched physically to a particular reality. So you can't want to move into a certain sense of prosperity and abundance and then simultaneously complain that there's no opportunities and life is so hard, so on and so forth. Because the moment that you do that, you are indicating to the universe that you resonate at a particular frequency equivalent to whatever it is that you're complaining about. So when you come across this particular type of person that is complaining, one thing that you have to be aware of that I actually didn't mention, but this is extremely crucial. So please make sure you take these notes down and you leave them in the comments. Remember, you shouldn't be watching me for fun. Nigga, this ain't fun. I'm not here to entertain you. I don't want to entertain you. I'm here to give you information that you can allow to marinate into your mind, so you can use to practically readjust your mind, to readjust your reality. Remember, all this spiritual shit that niggas do, you can see the way that I'm dressed, I don't care. It's because I'm giving you information that I want you to practically use. I'm not here for you to think I'm some, reincarnation of whatever, and this and that. Now, one thing that I didn't mention is this, and I'm going on my knees, so no diddy, which is this. Consciousness is contagious.
Right. Frequency is contagious.
But not only that, it is also infectious. More addictive than any particular drug substance in the entire universe is frequencies. We're all addicted to a frequency. I'm addicted to a frequency. You're addicted to a frequency. And because we're addicted to our frequencies, we're not aware of how the frequencies of others can alter our behavior. You've been around niggas that are sad. It's hard to be happy around sad niggas, of course. And that's a very, very minor example. That's a minor example that actually doesn't involve your desired reality. But the thing is, it does. Because the frequency that others project onto you then have the capability
that's the
to
really
alter
shit
the
ever, though,
frequency
man.
of whatever.
Nigga hate being around a sad nigga. Wake your sad ass up. Ain't nobody finna be around your sad ass. Nigga, you better be happy. Shit, you can't be happy
to materialize. So my question to you is, what if you have no problem seeking to materialize whatever it is that you want? What if you don't have a problem manifesting? What if your problem is that you're allowing the frequency of others to corrupt your frequency? The seed is yours to plant and nobody else's. But when you hang around people unaware of the particular ways in which their frequency is contagious and infectious, you can catch someone's frequency quite easily. Like I said, go chill around sad niggas and see how you feel after. Chill with them for a week, see how you feel. You'll be like Chicken Little. You think the sky is falling. It's all over. But not only that, it's infectious. Because these are energies. And energy can either be created or destroyed. It simply shifts from one state to another. And that state, it enters within you and it begins to germinate. So when you hang around these particular type of people that complain and say, oh, cost of living, oh, it's a recession, there's no opportunity, so on and so forth. By hanging around these particular type of people, you're unaware that their complaints are actually an indication of their frequency, and their frequency is always going to be matched with this correspondent resonant reality. And that reality is always going to be reflective of whatever it is that they're complaining about, because here's the thing, you can only have what you already have. And if you had got a bunch of complaints, nigga, you're going to have everything that's encompassed within the frequency resonant of those complaints. And think about how many times you complain about things in your life that you're unaware of. Just think about it. Just think about it. What do you complain about? I want you to genuinely think what you complain about. And by the way, people keep asking, what's the piano song, that is always in all of my videos. And because you guys have asked so many times, if you look in the description right now, you're going to find it. You're welcome. Now, like I said, you can only have what you already have. And if you have a bunch of complaints, then those complaints are resonant of a particular type of frequency. And that frequency is always going to be aligned to.
Nobody got a lot of complaints, gang. That's all you got. You ain't got nothing else but a lot of complaints. You feel me? You gotta learn how to change your mind state.
Particular type of reality. You have to understand that frequency is like a product code. The universe is like a Amazon warehouse in a sense. And your frequency is a unique set of characters that matches and aligns to a particular reality. And when that reality is aligned, they fit like this. So instead of trying to change your reality, you must change your frequency. Instead of trying to change the without, you must change the within. Instead of trying to change earth, you must change how it is in heaven. But the thing about complainers is that they solely focus on the without. They solely focus on earth. They solely focus physically, which is playing the game completely backwards, for the mere fact that what they're unaware of, what complainers are unaware of, and this is why they're not going to make it, is that everything that they complain about in reality is an effect, because reality is nothing more than an effect. And to complain at an effect is to stare in the mirror, see the mirror with a sad face and try to break the mirror because you're not seeing what you want, instead of changing and understanding that the mirror will never smile before you do. That's what they never realize.
Right.
They literally live in a world, in a mirror house. They live in a mirror house upset by their reflection, not the individual that is standing in the mirror. They get you so caught up in the third dimensional realm that you begin to play the game backwards. They make you think that it's all about the without, that it's all about physically, that it's about the earth. No, these things are nothing more than effects. And the cause is always the mind. And their cause is resonant of a bunch of complaints. Be aware of what people are complaining about, because whatever people are complaining about is an indication of their frequency. Whatever you're complaining about is an indication of your frequency. And like I said, in your desired reality, would you be complaining about what you're complaining about right now? Would life be unfair? Would life be hard? Would things be a struggle? No. So if not, why the fuck are you complaining about it now? And if you are, why the fuck are you upset when the universe is giving you more things that quite literally reproduce that? It's because you're giving it to the universe. You can't get nothing from the universe that you're not giving to yourself.
Right.
That's a bar. Write that down. And everything that you give to yourself is exactly what the universe gives you. And if you're giving yourself a bunch of complaints,
they don't know that though, man. You feel me? Because what they gave themselves already is hard time. What they gave themselves is depression. What they gave themselves is sorrow. What they gave themselves is sadness. They gave themselves giving up. You know what I'm saying? Loss of hope. You can't live in reality, in your desired reality, until you live there in your mental. Simple as that.
complaints. One other thing that I never mentioned about complaints is that they're extremely dangerous, because complaints typically come with a bunch of emotion, negative emotion. And that emotion, being the language of the subconscious mind, the language of God, sticks to the particular belief of whatever it is that you're complaining about. And that belief enters the subconscious mind. And then when it enters the subconscious mind, you end up in this type of loop where everything that you're complaining about is being materialized into your reality. But the trick is that it's making you think that you're right. It's giving you an ego boost of saying, oh, look, oh, that's not working. Life is unfair. Life is hard on me. Pause. And none of this is working. So nothing does work and everything is unfair, without you realizing that there's no truth in reality other than what the subconscious mind has accepted as truth. And that's what it is. Complaining is a very, very dangerous cycle. And like I said, this may be a particular individual, but more often than not, these are archetypal energies within you that are hindering your desired reality. Because in order for you to shift into your desired reality, in order to go somewhere you've never been, you need to become someone you've never been. And in order for you to become someone you've never been, you need to be vibrationally aligned to your desired reality. And you can't be vibrationally aligned to your desired reality if you're complaining about the same shit that you're complaining about right now.
Right.
And you can extend that to anybody that's complaining around you, which is why you need to be very, very aware of it. And the thing about complainers is that they don't understand this, which is the truth. There's my red. I've got my red pen, but it's not sexy.
Looking nice.
But no. The thing about complainers that they don't realize is that there's 8 billion people on this planet, which means there's 8 billion worlds. There's one planet, 8 billion worlds. We don't all live in the same world. When you're complaining about something continuously, somebody that's complaining about something continuously, they, through their emotions and beliefs being almost stuck together like glue to the subconscious mind, which is reproducing that, altering their frequency, altering their reality, they enter a world where everything that they're complaining about is perpetuated and put right in front of their face as a reminder. Reality is a placebo. Niggas are talking about, oh, I can do the placebo effect on my body. Now reality is a placebo.
Right.
Entirely. The complainers live in a world where their complaints are brought to the forefront of their face. But that doesn't have to be the world you live in, so long as you don't accept whatever it is they're complaining about. And it's a very, very dangerous game. It's very, very dangerous. But that's there's still 2 more people that are destroying your desired reality. It's when you really look at it, I believe that manifestation more than anything is defense as opposed to offense. You need to begin to defend yourself from external figures. And that's what the world is going to try to do. The world is going to try to alter your frequency to put you in a particular paradigm that the collective consciousness is, kind of leveled at.
Bitch.
But like I said, there's still 2 more people that are destroying your desired reality. Don't worry, you're going to get some. Just relax. Tranquilo. You're going to get some. Just relax. Now, for those of you that went into the description to look at the piano song, I got you in it. Oh, yo, that's funny. And if you haven't looked at it, then you should go look at it now. Oh man. Let's see. And I just can't pull myself away under a spell I can't break. I just can't stop. Serious tune, innit? Alright, cool. So, the second type of person that is destroying your desired reality and all your hard work and progress. And I really hate these niggas. I really, really do. I really dislike them. I really do dislike them. But I dislike them because they're playing the game limited in ways that they don't understand, getting people to operate from the exact same paradigm. And quite literally, your frequency is the boundaries of the world that you live in. A bug's world is only as big as the leaf that it's on, and your leaf is the frequency that you're at. That's a bar. Write that down. Now,
Write that down.
People number 2. Realistic people. I truly do feel extremely bad for realistic people. I feel terrible for realistic people. Absolutely terrible for them. For the mere fact that being realistic is almost worn as some sort of badge of honor. You know, there's a badge of pride behind being a realistic person. But being a realistic person is absolutely destructive to you desiring to create your desired reality. And realistic people, like I said, will put you in a box. Now, the dangerous thing about realistic people is that they get approval from society. They get approval from people, which reinforce the idea that they are right because they make sense. And anytime you make sense to the world will repay you by a good pat on the back. Well done. Give you a nice pat on the back. But here's the thing. Sense is limited. Logic is limited. Because in order for something to make sense to us, it has to be seen. It has to be seen by multiple people. But here's the thing about the world that we live in. We don't see the world through our eyes. We see the world through our frequency. That's a bar. Write that down. Which is why different people see completely different things. But when I'm talking about sense and logic being limited because it relies on being seen, what you have to understand, I'm going on my knees, no diddy. What you have to remember is that we only see 0.035% of reality. And because we only see 0.035% of reality, and the way that occurs is due to the fact that visible light is a tiny portion of the entirety of the electromagnetic spectrum. Visible light is exactly what allows you to see. You see through a process called refraction. Light bounces off surface, enters your eyes, produces electrical signals sent to your brain. Your brain kind of creates an image based on what it thinks it's seeing. But you see 0.0035% of reality. So everything that we deem logical or to make sense comes from 0.0035% of reality. And realistic people, they define their possibilities, their potentialities of this. They define what's possible, what they can achieve, the outcomes that they can have in their life based upon 0.0035% of reality. Which means, technically, there is more unseen than there is seen. So, for all my realistic people out here, does it make more sense to define anything that you can materialize in your reality from 0.0035% of reality or the other 99.9965%? What's more realistic? And like I said about realistic people, they put you into a particular box, and that box is defining everything that's possible from everything that you can already see. But we live in the third dimensional realm, and the third dimensional realm is a realm of illusion. Third dimensional realm, also known as reality or the physical plane, and that's a realm of illusion. So realistic people, they'll be like, I'm realistic. I'm realistic. As if it's a badge of honor. What you're really saying when you're realistic is that you're limited. That's a bar, write that down. Realistic people aren't realistic. They're limited. They're limited because they're playing the game by what the eyes can see, but the eyes can only see 0.0035%. So if you're defining everything that you can achieve in this life from 0.0035% as opposed to the 99.65%, 99.9965%, then you're playing the game completely limited. Completely. And here's the thing about being realistic. This is esoterically, referenced in the Bible. John 21:6. Jesus and the disciples go out fishing. The disciples cast their nets, they pull up no fish. Christ says, cast your net to the right side. They cast their net to the right side. They can't even pull in the net because there's a hella fish.
I remember that.
Bare fish. They can't even pull it up. Why? Because anytime you cast yourself to the right side being a reference to the right hemisphere of the brain, this is where you're tapping into Christ. Don't believe me? Where was Christ crucified? Christ was crucified in a place called Calvary. Calvary in Greek is Golgothas. Golgothas in Aramaic means skull. Christ is crucified in the skull.
There's knowledge
in the east.
Bars, right?
Whereas the east, if you pull up a compass, the east will always point to the right. This is why there's so many references in the Bible to casting the net to the right side of the boat. Jesus sits at the right hand of the Father, the right hand of God. And I'm Zimbabwean, so when I used to eat, I used to eat with my left hand. I used to get in trouble all the time. And this happens throughout many cultures across the world, that eating with your left hand is supposedly bad, being left-handed is supposedly bad, without truly understanding the esoteric reference to the right hand, to the right hemisphere of the brain. Which,
I don't heard a lot of little ups and downs, little sayings, but I don't know, like who
is completely opposed to what people consider to be realistic. Realistic is one half of you. No half is better than the other. Which hand is better, the left or the right? Well, you can't clap with one hand. You got to make it clap, pause. And you need two hands for that. What's better, light or dark? Neither. A room full of light, you can't see. A room full of darkness, you can't see. You require the energetic polarity because the relationship between those two energies allow for things to coexist in a manner that makes sense. And being a realistic person is what so many of us are used to being. So many of us are used to looking at the world, seeing what other people have been able to achieve that look like us, pricing ourselves by the way other people price themselves, defining our possibilities from what we can see instead of what we can't see, because the realm of the unseen.
You see, it's like when you take control of your consciousness and you got control of your mind and you woke, you already know how to price yourself. You know your self-worth. You know what you're worth. A lot of cats out here, they don't know what they're worth, man. They price themselves at any old price without giving two shits. Two shits.
Is the inner dimension. That is the temple of God spoken about in Corinthians. The inner dimension that you go to every time you close your eyes. Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. When you're still and you enter within, you enter the inner dimension, the realm of unseen, where there's pure potentiality. That's the 99.9965%. So fuck being realistic, because so long as you're realistic, your manifestation will it's just not going to come to you, because it's not enough. It's not enough. That's not the type of energy that is needed. And realistic people, they're dangerous because, like I said, they'll put you in a box where they make you feel like everything that you can accomplish in reality has to come from what other people have been able to do. But here's the thing, you're not on the same frequency as those people. So you're not going to live in the same world as them. Remember what I said, 1 planet, 8 billion worlds. Those worlds are solely determined by the frequency that you live in. So cut all that realistic shit out the way, because that's got to go. And anybody that's realistic, here's the way to deal with realistic people. Just shut the fuck up and let them talk.
Simple.
Let them talk. Just be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Because that's what they want. Because remember, realistic people get an approval from feeling like it's a badge of honor to be a realistic person, because you make sense to the world. And so long as you want to make sense to the world, then you play within the frequency of the world. But you don't want to live in the frequency of the world. You don't want to live in the world. You want to live in your world. In order to do that, you have to go back into your frequency, which means that you're going to have to detach from the approval that you get from being a realistic person. Being delusional sounds crazy. And I'm not saying you should go out here and start doing a mad thing. But I'm simply speaking from the reference of your ability to materialize your desired reality, to understand that the vision that you're seeing, nobody else can see it because they're not on your frequency. It's that simple. So stop trying to, you want other people to understand you so badly that you're putting yourself in a position of receiving the consciousness of somebody who's a realistic person, which is going to put you into a box of everything that can see within an illusionary third dimensional reality instead of living from the inner dimension that is within you. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? You know, I saw somebody comment that that Biggie is the best rapper, because I think I mentioned it. I think I must have said Bobby Shmurda is the best rapper, which obviously was a joke. You niggas need to just relax a bit. Spiritual people are so serious all the time. My actual top rap, Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick Lamar. I don't want to, but I have to put Drake in there. I just have to.
Not Drake.
I just have to.
So
I really just have to. All right, AJ, calm down. Calm down. He's Drake's biggest fanboy.
You know what, Jay-Z's got one line that I really like.
Which one?
I told my wife this spiritual shit really works.
Yeah, Jay-Z's really about that. He's really about that life. He's really about that life. Like, have you heard Nas Ether?
No, I don't really listen to them.
You don't listen to Nas?
About that life. Nero, you know that like we know that. That nigga ain't about no damn life. Jay-Z about scary as everybody else.
So you think Spider-Man's the best superhero, and you don't listen to Nas?
At least I watch anime.
You don't watch anime.
Bro, One Piece.
Name me the main character of One Piece. Jeffrey is Luffy. Bro doesn't watch anime. He doesn't listen to Nas. What do you do all day?
Bit of football.
Bit of football.
Bit of R&B.
Bit of R&B.
Bit of hip-hop.
Bit of hip-hop.
Bit of rap.
You can't listen to rap though. Don't get it twisted. Even though like Jay-Z, Nas, they're my favorite. Like, still Future, Bossman D-Lo, Lil Baby, Gunna, Young Thug.
J. Cole.
J. Cole. Do you think J. Cole's better than Kendrick?
Hell no.
Don't put me on blast. Don't put me on blast.
All right, cool. So, the final person that will destroy your desired reality.
Let them know who destroy your reality.
Somebody said, why do you say poor so much? Because I can't get caught lacking. I'm just not going out like that. Like somebody was like, yo, when Nero squirts, it's funny. I'm like, what? Pause. Like what? Obviously, they're talking about this, innit?
Are they?
I mean, they have to be. I don't know how else they would know that. Anyways, fearmongers. Extremely dangerous type of people. Probably the most common. And remember, these are all external and internal energies within yourself. And fear is very, very dangerous for a couple of reasons. Fear is a powerful attractor field.
Fear stops you from everything.
But how fear acts is a beacon of light for what you don't want to come find you. And this is esoterically shown in the Bible with Job. Job was known as God's most loyal servant. Now, of course, you know, besides this bet that God and the devil decided to have to terrorize this man's life. There's extreme esoteric wisdom within the chapter of Job, because one thing that Job says is, for the thing that I've greatly feared has come upon me. Job was a wealthy man. He had a family. His whole family got emmed off. They all got murked, all of them. His pets got murked. You know, his livestock got murked. He had boils. He literally almost had nothing left. For the mere fact that despite his life being perfect, he allowed fear to corrupt him. Because what you have to understand about fear is that fear is in a powerful attractor field. And it creates a beacon of light in the universe for what you don't want to come and find you. And I want you to think about this. Think about the things that you've been afraid of, right? Typically they happen. If you look back across your life, the thing that you really didn't want to happen, that you was terrified of happening, happened. Why? Because fear is a beacon of light for what you don't want to come and find you. You have to understand that the basis of manifestation, the language of God, is emotion. Emotion is also the language of the subconscious mind, which is why God and the subconscious mind are completely interlinked. This is what Carl Jung goes into when he's talking about the superconscious. But besides what I'm talking about there, emotion being the language of God, you have to understand that when you feel fear, it is so intense and powerful that it suggests to your subconscious mind that it has happened. And if you remember, you can only have what you already have. So if your subconscious mind believes whatever it is that you're afraid of, you've experienced it, because the intense feeling of fear is so powerful, it then materializes and manifests into your reality. Fear is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous.
Yes, it is.
But fearmongers are worse. Way worse. Because fearmongers are addicted to fear. Just think about end times. Listen, I remember when I was Christian and I was watching all them like YouTubers, and they'd be like, it's the end times. You you rewind like Beyonce's tape and she'd be like, I love the devil. And it was like all them type of YouTube videos there. And they bang on about end times. And here's the thing. And if you read any biblical scholarly work, most scholars will tell you that we are not in the end times, unfortunately. Sorry for my people that believe that the world is going to end and you're about to hear trumpets of Jesus about to break down from the sky and free all the niggas out of jail, so on and so forth. But the purpose of end times is to keep you in fear at all times. Why? Why would I want to be in fear at all times, Nero? You're going to get some. Relax. The thing that you have to understand about fear is that fear is an evolutionary emotion. When I'm talking about
if y'all want to see some more of this video, you're going to have to go over there to Nero Knowledge, subscribe to his channel. You feel me? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe on my channel, and then boom, there you go. But other than that, I am out.